All right, everyone, we are now ready for Lonely Wolf Hazel's run of the Spelunky Triathlon. Hazel,
Hi.
whenever you're ready, have
Yep.
fun.
Alrighty. Is there a timer that I need to count down for?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, feel free to start giving a countdown.
Alrighty. I'll explain the run while I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so the Spelunky Triathlon it's like 3 video games, and you play them in order. Because Spelunky Classic, Spelunky HD, and Spelunky 2 are all similar games and have a lot of overlap in their controls and how they play, especially when you're speedrunning them. And so a lot of people have tried to play all 3 of them in a row. Starting with the oldest game, Spelunky Classic, which turned 15 yesterday. Yeah, very, very cool. This game is a lot less graphically pleasing than the other 2, but its gameplay is very fun if you're good at it. It's also very hard to be good at, though, because it's very hard to control. It's got a lot of weird jank in the controls because it's a 15-year-old game made by someone who doesn't program. I think before this game, Derek, you had only ever done art for video games and, like, occasionally programmed something, but he made this game by himself. So it's certainly a big step up, and it's pretty good. I didn't even comment it, but we finished the first area of the game. Every game has 4 areas. In this game, it's the caves, the jungle, the ice caves, and the temple, and we're halfway through our jungle now. It's like Mario. There's 4 worlds and 4 levels in each world. Mario has more than 4 levels, not 4 worlds, but it does have the 4 levels thing. There's a lot of Mario inspiration in the game. Pretty standard. I'm the worst. You know what, whatever.
While we're going through this early area, do we have time to talk a little bit about Point of Pride?
Sure.
So for Winter Pride 2023, we're raising money for Point of Pride. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. You can visit pointofpride.org for more information about their programs, how you can apply to receive aid, and how you can support them year-round. I'll get back to you. Looks like you're now in the ice caves.
I am. Yes, the ice caves, oh boy. This area, if you have any sort of items, is really easy, and if you don't, is really hard. And there's, like, no in-between at all. Ow. Oh, I'm dead. Oopsies. Okay. So now, we're just gonna... This time you go back to the area you died in, so you don't have to, like, continue to play through the parts of the game you've already seen. Yay. Woohoo. Wahoo. So, we're back here. It's not all good, though, because we don't have our bombs anymore, and I kind of like those. Especially because they're really helpful in the next area. That's the one where you get the most usage of them. Oh my goodness gracious. Oopsies. As it may be abundantly apparent, this game's very prone to just killing you. gets a little silly. I mean, the Spelunky games are notable for how hard they are, especially to people who've never played them before. Like, I have 3,000 hours in the games, and I still die to stupid things all the time because there's just so many. I mean, this is the last level of the ice caves. Those UFOs are scary little guys. They do 3 damage if you get hit by the laser. There's 1 temple level. Oh, dough.
And just to clarify for my sake, one of the reasons that ice caves are so much scarier than like the temple is just because there can be bottomless pits. It's basically the gist of that entire region. So you have to look down constantly.
Yeah, it's really scary if you don't have like an item, but if you have like a jetpack or a cape, which are both in this game, it's quite easy because you can just hover a little off the ground and never fall.
Gotcha.
And the item I've picked up is the scepter. It is very, very helpful for beating the final boss consistently. And therefore I'm taking it. Nope, okay. I've died again.
Such is the way of Spelunky.
Okay, that was just me being bad.
Do we have time while you're going through this for a quick donation?
Yeah, of course.
We've got $10 from Leggy Starscream, who says, I have fond memories of playing Spelunky, throwing a rock and having it boomerang back into my face to end my run. Good luck with one of the classic games of my college life. Thank you so much, Leggy.
This game is very good at just generating silly moments like that. And what I just did there with the... Okay, well what I'm about to do here is just die horribly. But what I did there with the bomb is this game, enemies can only move when they're directly on your screen. They cannot move if you cannot see them. And so if you throw your bomb just to the edge of the screen, you can kill the enemy every time. It's a really neat trick to know about. And here is Olmec, the final boss of Spelunky Classic. This guy is, in my opinion, the hardest final boss of any of the games. Because he gets a little too silly. The strategy for beating him is pretty straightforward, not self-forward. I don't know what self-forward even means. Okay, that was unreal. I got so lucky. This one like nothing. Alrighty, and give me just a second here. I will switch my game to the other one, which I already have set up, thankfully. Turn that one off. Turn this one on.
And moving on to the basically remake, the Spelunky one that most people know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, actually, I will just take a second here to make sure my sounds are loud enough to be heard. There we go. Alrighty. This is Spelunky HD. It's like Spelunky Classic, but better in pretty much every way. It's probably the most, I would say the most well-known game, but I don't know, Spelunky 2 got really popular when it came out. It's really good streamer game because it's not too difficult, but it is hard.
I
Actually,
also can't help but notice the sprite you're using there. It looks to be custom.
yes, you can. In the later two games, you can add custom skins to the game, and I have for both because
Amazing.
I don't know, it's more fun.
Oh, for sure.
And my skin in my main game is my Trans Pride skin, so of course.
Of course. Trans rights, y'all.
That spider makes it really easy to kill that spider by putting a web right under them. And paste is very helpful because it makes your bombs stick to things, which is really good in this game, and really alright in the other two. So use the damsel to block the arrow trap there. No, you don't get my money today, sir. I mean, this is the jungle again. Oh. That's a secret area that you normally need an item to go to, but I just saw it. Ooh, if I can get $2,000, I can get a cape. Where the money at? Oh, there ain't no money. I guess I don't get my cape.
And I imagine, just to chime in from a person who's not really done much strategy of this game, you probably don't want to be irritating the shopkeepers at this point, right?
Yeah. In most runs, I probably would, but because I'm trying to, like, consistently win rather than win very, very quickly, sometimes you make less risk-averse decisions. Or no, more risk-averse decisions. That's what that would be.
Totally
Like
understandable.
in usual speedruns, you anger those guys every time. Because it's too much work to pay for things.
Of course.
I say that, but there have been 2 world records recently where you bought something from a shop because it was just faster to not take the aggro because you already had all the other items you need.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you already have the money you need, and yeah, you don't need to take that shortcut, by all means. Don't have a guy angry with a shotgun waiting for you at the exit every time.
Yeah. In Spelunky Classic and Spelunky 2, I robbed the shopkeepers in the triathlon because in Spelunky Classic you can do it without getting aggro, and in Spelunky 2 you get a level of shopkeeper aggro. But in this game you get it forever, almost always. It is
Oh, gotcha.
possible to on-get it, but it requires very specific circumstances because it is broken and bugged. Oh, I took a wrong turn. I don't even remember where I got these spring shoes from, but I have them.
And if you don't mind, do we have time to pop in with one more donation?
Of course.
We have a $15.55 donation from Anonymous who says, "Hey, did you know that not only can you donate to both a poll and a game, but you can also donate with cents?" Which brings our campaign or donation total to $4,755.55.
Alrighty, this is the last level of the ice caves, which in this game has a little thing over there. Also, I didn't comment on it because I was focused, but I got a level feeling just a second ago that made a big Yeti spawn. He's very, very dangerous, so that's why I was focused. Oh, I so something that happens a lot in this run is that you get partially owned by forgetting which game you're playing. In Spelunky HD, when you fall onto spring traps, you take fall damage, but in Spelunky 2, you do not. And so I thought I could just fall onto that. And I am going to use my bombs here because I hate this area so much.
So what I'm gathering is that Spelunky 2 makes a few mechanics a little bit safer and easier, despite the fact I believe that game in general has levels that are way more mean.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Look, that guy's dead. Yeah, actually... Those crush traps are really dangerous because they move way too fast in this game. One of the only mechanics that I think is just straight up bad rather than bad for speedrunning is how fast those guys move. There's also this guy who is a menace. But we're fine. And final boss number 2. Oh my. This one, I'm not gonna actually fight him this time because I have bombs and I don't have to anymore. Could just bring him over here. Alrighty, and that is Spelunky HD. On my first try, too. Or on one run, anyway. Woohoo!
Very
Alrighty.
nice. You gave me some very low-key stress with the way you were dodging those bombs at the end.
Thankfully, this is not Spelunky Classic, and the bomb hitbox is only active for 1 frame. Unlike that
Oh,
game where it's
that's...
active for 10.
Ooh, yeah, that's a very significant difference.
Alrighty. Now, on to the third and my favorite game in the series.
While you're
Spelunky.
swapping over, can I take a quick second to call out one of our incentives?
Yeah.
We have and I believe we have another donation just came in as I saw the amount update. Um, we have a $14.14 donation from Chudley who says, "Nice, and I'm not sure why that is." But we do have $360 towards the 500 we need for Banjo Tooie. So we're getting all the more closer to unlocking that extra game. Let's keep Winter Pride 2023 going and help get Banjo Tooie unlocked, y'all. And now back to Splunky 2, I see.
Again, I'm gonna adjust my audio because I always forget that I have way more sensitive hearing than most people, so my volume is always really low in things. Alrighty. Spelunky 2 is my main game, the one I played first. Right when it came out, actually. Well, I played Spelunky HD one time before it because my friend came over to my house for my birthday and was like, "You got Spelunky HD on your Xbox?" And I did. I had no idea that I had the game, and if I didn't, I don't think I'd be playing it today. We're gonna, like, steal this cape. Spelunky 2 is, unlike Spelunky HD, not a direct remake, and instead just a different game. It's got a lot of the same mechanics, but it is very different from either of the other games. That was a weird exit, but we made it. Alright, and here's Quillback.
And we were talking about custom player models earlier, the sprites. Is this another one of them?
Yeah, this character's usually just purple, but I didn't make it. Somebody else made it, but I use it quite often because this is just, she has the trans pride colors. I also have another one of a different character with the lesbian pride colors.
Oh, excellent.
As it may be apparent to most viewers, this cape is making my life a lot easier right now. I just don't have to bother with any of the bad parts of the levels. I just get to... And here's a familiar face for y'all. Olmec Part 3. He's not the final boss this time. He's just in the game. Alrighty, yeah, here we are in the tide pool. I haven't been commenting on it because I've been focused, but this game has very different areas, but also every area from Spelunky HD makes a return. There's jungle, temple, ice caves, and mines. They're called the dwelling in this game, but they're basically the same idea. Yeah, but it also has several new areas like Volcana and Tide Pool and the 6th area that is really hard and really, I like it a lot, but it's not amazingly balanced. Yeah, so usually if those guys jump into your feet, they hit you and damage you, but I'm wearing spike shoes, so he just dies instead. I'm gonna pick up a landmine to save myself a bomb if I can. And the ice cave is made very much easier. Wow, something blew up a Kali altar before I left the level. Okay, I hope that doesn't happen a second time, because I will get the ball and chain if it does. The ball and chain is just a ball and chain attached to your player. It makes you slow and stops you from moving if it's stuck. Here's what I mean about saving a bomb. I don't have to play this terrible level. Okay. This area is very scary. These balls all do 2 damage and stun you. And so you really want to avoid getting hit by them. And they are also everywhere. Yeah, but this is after this is the final boss of the game. Which means I can probably actually use a bomb here. Because I only need 4. Alrighty. And here she is. Tiamat, big lady. And that is a normalized lineup that works every time. for killing her very quickly. Very easy, very cool. That's Spelunky 2. Yep, that's all 3 games. Presumably done faster than I said I would. Maybe done exactly as fast as I said I would.
Just about exactly,
Oh,
24:43.
that's crazy. Again, it's just like my my last run here. I thought I would go way over time, and then I finished just under.
No, you did
Woohoo.
fantastic. That was a very cool run to watch. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having me. I'm glad I got to show off all 3 Spelunky games, because I care quite a lot about all 3 of these games.
And you did a fantastic job, given how mean these games are. Just a casual player, running through
Yeah.
them, running into the one section that seems undoable, unlivable. And you've proven that both, yeah, that happens, and 2, that you can overcome that if you're very, very good at this.
Yeah.
So any parting words, Hazel?
Uh, I guess not. If you want to see more Spelunky speedrunning, you should check out mossranking.com. That's the website where most people congregate for the speedruns for this game, because speedrun.com is bad.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
yeah, I see that Kurobsi was in chat. Thank you, Kiwi. Yeah. I don't believe I have anything else to say.
All right. Thank you so much, Hazel. This was a wonderful run to watch. Absolutely rushing and crushing Spelunky in all 3 of its forms. Thank you again for that run, and we will be back in just a little bit with Lori D. Bunnykins running Hylix 2 any percent. Stick around. Winter Pride 2023 is continuing on. All right, y'all. This continues to be Winter Pride 2023, a Power Up with Pride event. I just wanted to call it out one more time. We have a donation, in fact, and then I'll call it out. We have an $8.08 donation from Scala City. Or Scala City. That's a weird way to put that. It's Scala Kitty. I think I've just invented a new hometown for Scala. Sorry, Scala. But $8.08, it says, okay, but what about Lucky Sevens? Which, hey, look at that donation amount, 4777.77. I keep wanting to say 7, but we're going to leave it at all those 7s. Thank you so much for that donation, Scala. And also, just want to call out, we are $368.77 towards the $500 we need for Banjo-Tooie. We're getting there. We're getting there. Time is running out. It's getting short. we need to extend Winter Pride 2023, don't we, chat? Do you want to extend Winter Pride? Do you want to see more speedruns? Do you want to see Bird and Bear? I think I want to see Bird and Bear. But that said, this does conclude my hosting portion of Winter Pride 2023, and I will just take a moment to say this is the very first speedrun marathon of any sort I've hosted for, and it has been an absolute delight. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you to everyone who's supported me, and thank you to all of you in chat for being cute and amazing. So, until we see each other again, be good out there, and keep watching Winter Pride 2023, supporting Point of Pride.
Hey y'all, this is Winter Pride 2023, presented by Power Up with Pride. We just had a fantastic run of Spelunky, a triathlon run, in fact, by lonelywolfhazel and hosted by the ever wonderful Peace Egg. Please give it up for them. But, friends, we've got some more bangers on deck. Coming up, we have an environmental block. How many of you can say you've ever seen an environmental block in a marathon? I'm so excited for this. And of course, leading right out of that environmental block is Banjo-Tooie, our bonus game 2 of the event. And I'm so excited. I just realized I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Zokabun, and it's my pleasure to be your host for these animal blocks. I also see we've got a raid coming in. So hey, raiders, welcome on in to Winter Pride 2023, supporting Point of Pride. Now, before we lead into the environmental blog, we've got an environment of a different sort here. And when I say we've got an environment of a different sort, I think it's best to lead in with a quote for that game, in fact. So let's go here. Why must thine charity event run ostensibly? Actually, the runner doth pilot thine speed run.